everybody. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. If you like what you see, I appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. Pretty new at doing this, but I enjoy it for the most part. Tonight we're going out to a local bike night. This is my buddy tx.vet.rider on Instagram. My name is Chamberlain, aka Lonestar.48 on Instagram. And we also have a coffee company called Resurgence Coffee, where we roast coffee and sell coffee. That's what we do. That's who we are. Something I want to talk about. I don't know if anybody else has felt this, but sometimes I go to certain events that I don't feel like I belong at. And I don't mean like, oh, they make me feel like I don't belong there. I just personally don't connect with certain things. Just because I'm not a heavy drinker, I don't party all the time. Like, I'm kind of out of that phase of my life. And so, like, I'm pretty chill, I don't mind going out. I don't mind having a couple beers. I don't mind any of those things, sometimes more than a couple beers. But for the most part, man, 1 or 2 beers and I'm good. I'm just done. I just don't, it's just not my thing anymore. And I'm not saying anything about anybody. I'm just saying sometimes I feel out of place, like I don't belong. And I don't know if anybody's ever felt that way. Like, one of the things that we do have in common, though, with people is like motorcycles. And so getting connected to people in that way is awesome, because you get to talk to people who maybe you necessarily wouldn't. But sometimes when I'm at events or I'm at places, like, everybody's partying, man. Everybody's doing all these things, and man, that's just not me. And I don't mind having a good time. I'm just not in that phase of my life anymore. And so, like, for me, sometimes just feel awkward. Comment at the bottom if you ever felt that way at any time. Like, just if you've been somewhere and you were at an event where you just felt like, man, I really don't belong here. Like, a while back, I went to this event where it was nothing but sport bikes, like nothing but sport bikes. And so I get it when people talk about if they go to like a Harley event where there's nothing but Harleys and stuff like that, because I went to the sport bike thing and I don't know jack crap about sport bikes. But, I was still there. I had a good time. I chilled out. I saw a lot of cool bikes. That was pretty neat. But at the same time, like, man, I don't know anything about sport bikes. I've been on one a long time ago when I was much younger, probably about 20 years ago. And but to say I know anything about them, I really don't. I know I want one, but to go to an event where it's really a lot of sport bikes and it's just like, man, I don't know. I'm an extrovert, but when it comes to like meeting new people, I'm super awkward and I'm horrible with that. So it's kind of cool that my buddy Felipe here, he will talk to whoever. And so that kind of opens the door sometimes where I'm just like, yeah, cool, we get into a conversation with other people. Or sometimes somebody will just start talking to me and then we'll just get into it. And once that ice is broken, I guess I'm good. But, there are so many different times where I've been at different, like, events. And, people are there having a good time, having a great time. And, they're drinking and laughing and going on. And, man, sometimes I just feel, like, super out of place. And so it's kind of weird. I don't know if anybody's ever felt that way, but I do. But I know when I went to the camp out, the Forgotten Angels camp out back in March, there were so many people and everybody's kind of on the same wavelength, and there was a few people who I spoke with and hung out with that was like, all right, more my speed, super chill. They weren't, really partying. They were having a good time, laughing, joking, and all that good stuff. But for the most part, they were chilling. And so that kind of gave me some peace, and I met some other dudes there, and to be there talking to them, and got to see Chase, Whiskey Chaser, and Country Coder, and all them, and just made some cool connections, and that was awesome. But honestly, man, when I first got there, I felt super like just awkward and like, man, I don't know if I belong here. Like, everybody's having such a good time, but I'm not into that, and so. Not that I'm not into having a good time. I'm just not into drinking like a lot of people were. And so it was just kind of awkward for me. But, nothing about anybody drinking. I don't care. It's just me. And I'm just talking about me, specifically my feelings, specifically how I feel awkward or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever feels that way, or maybe it's just me, right? Maybe it's just my awkwardness. But it is what it is, right? Like, neither here nor there. Maybe I'm just awkward, socially awkward, and that's okay too. But anywho, yeah, so sometimes I just feel kind of awkward, and even at these bike nights, when I go, sometimes I man, really don't talk to anybody. I just kind of stand around, walk around, look at some bikes, and I'm just kind of chilling, And honestly, sometimes I'll just look at my bike and be like, you know what I need to do? I need to do this to it. I need to add this, or I need, and I'm not, paying attention to anything else. Sometimes the music is okay, and sometimes it isn't. But you know, outside of that, it's a good time. I love showing up. I love seeing all the different bikes, and sometimes you meet people and you just click, and sometimes you meet people and it's cool. It's for the moment, and that's okay too. But but for the most part, I feel so awkward all the time, and it's just weird. I don't know. It's just me. But anywho, so right now we're about to go get some grub because I am starving. I just got out of work and we're like, let's go hit a bike night. It's a nice day. It's not 100 plus degrees today, so I consider that a cold front if we're 90 degrees, Here in Texas, sometimes it gets pretty damn hot. But, here we are. So, anyway, we couldn't decide on what we wanted to eat, and so I think we're gonna go grab some wings. I would love to just, you know, sit down, chill, and eat wings, and almost not go to bike night. But, we're gonna do what we gotta do. Want to leave you here, play some music, and then we'll catch up here in a sec. that I bore my soul to you about my social anxiety and being socially awkward. Maybe at the next event, if you come up and just say hello, if you're socially awkward, we could be socially awkward together. If not, if you're not socially awkward and you say hello, then that'll break the ice and I think I'll be okay. But it's all cool, no pressure. Um, Part of the thing is just being able to be okay in your own skin. And I was thinking about the videos that I make, and I was thinking about how they are not like other people's videos, and I think other people do a really good job. But I heard something from Josh the other day that he was talking about someone who had said, don't make a video just to make a video. And Josh said, why not? Why wouldn't you? That's like the reason you should make a video. And so that's kind of why I started, that's why I'm putting videos out, because I'm just going to make a video. And, if you guys like it, awesome. If you don't, awesome. But, if you would like, subscribe and hit that notification button anyway, I'd appreciate it. But, I really appreciate Josh just speaking that out and opening this up, so Shade Tree, like if you see this, awesome. If you don't, somebody tells you about it, great anyway. But I just want to say I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying, man, just make the video. And you don't have to have a rhyme or reason to do it. If you want to do it, just do it. Like he was talking about an artist, and like an artist shouldn't do art unless he's going to like sell it or whatever, like, right? Like that's ridiculous is what he was saying. And so like to even think about what he was saying, just it's ridiculous to think that you shouldn't make a video just to make a video. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning how to edit, which takes me forever. And then trying to figure out how to monologue through this thing is ridiculous because it's so awkward talking to myself or talking in the room, or if I have to do a voiceover sitting here talking while I'm looking at my kids looking at me like I'm crazy. But it is what it is, And so I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all who watch. I appreciate y'all for letting me just speak my piece and just allowing me to be open and vulnerable about my social anxieties and my awkwardness. And, I have really cool ideas. I'm just not good at bringing them to fruition. And so my next video, man, I just want to talk about coffee. I have a coffee business and I don't really talk about it a lot because I couldn't figure out like what I really wanted to do. But I have this idea and I'm going to try to pull this off to the best of my ability and just go with it. I really just want to talk coffee and sit down with my business partner and just talk to him and kind of question him on like what led him down this road and what led us to where we're at today, because our lives collided and it kind of brought us together in motorcycles and guns and like aquariums and like all kinds of things that we've done at the same time, and now coffee, and so coffee is a big thing in my life. And I really want to talk about how you can experience coffee and not just get up in the morning, drink it and haul ass and do what you got to do, but like how you can just have a great experience depending on how you brew your coffee and the beans you get and things of that nature. And like that excites me. That makes me excited to think that you don't have to just, I get it, people are always in a hurry, but if you got up just a little early to do something different, how much it would change like part of your day. So anyways, that's a whole nother story. That's for a whole nother day. But I'm looking forward to it. We are here. We're pulling up to this event already, and so I'll get ready to end it while we're pulling up and parking. But I'm just glad that if you've made it this far, you've made it. And once again, thank you. I appreciate it so much, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.